Bye Dinga Tor. See you later. Well, probably about an hour's time when I'm walking back up to it. Now I didn't film it because I filmed it last time I was at Dinga Tor, but I'm pleased to say that Ken the Maya Man letterbox is still there and still well. Weather hasn't got into it, still well hidden in exactly the same place, which is lovely to see. So I've left another note in there for anyone else who might find it. And yeah, it's good to see letterboxing still thriving out on Dartmoor, and that one's still all well. Right, let's try and find our way over to what kind of look like trails. I think they're probably more animal trails than where people have been, I would imagine, but yeah, let's see if that's an easier way out to Lints Tor, shall we? These views over the West Okement Valley are just stunning. What an amazing backdrop. I mean, just look at that. I didn't get to see any of this last time. So as much as I have been out this way before, I'm seeing it all for the first time, because visibility was about 40 feet before. But you can see where I went last time actually. Look, I came straight down off of Dinga Tor up there somewhere. Made my way down here and then into that valley. There's a little river at the bottom that I crossed over and then went straight up the side of Lints Tor there. Almost vertical. It felt vertical. It's a good time to be doing this walk, I think. It's all pretty dry underfoot so far, touch wood. But you can see just looking at this area that I'm walking through at the moment, it gets very boggy. So I reckon if it had been raining recently, this might be a bit more of a slog than it is at the moment. But I tell you what, if you're doing this walk, definitely follow the contour lines around like I've done today, because I'm just coming up to the point where we cross over the stream. It barely looks like a crossing from here. But I tell you what, I'm going to spin you around to the right in a second and you're going to see what I came down last time down there. And I promise you it's steeper than it looks on camera. There's Dinga Tor up there. And like I say, I pretty much drew a straight line between Dinga Tor and Lints Tor when I did this walk before. So that's the crap I came down, just because I couldn't see where I was going. So yeah, it pays to prepare, and it also, I think for this one, pays to do it on a day when it's nice and dry, got plenty of visibility, and maybe when it's been dry for a little while as well, because like I say, this looks like it would have been potentially quite wet on another day. But yeah, this is the river, or the stream, such as it is. There's not much here, in fact it's all dry and I can just walk straight across it. No bog hopping or anything required. And now the final ascent up to Lints Tor. You can see all the way up to High Willays up there. Someone else walking along the ridge line, along from High Willays out towards Fallsland Ledge, which is over there. I've not been there on the channel yet. I have been there before. I took a couple of friends who came down to see me last summer, Joe and Charlotte. They came down, we parked over at Tor where I parked today, and walked up to High Willays, then popped along to Fallsland Ledge just to have a look at the views, and they were stunning. I should take you guys there really. I will do soon. It's not a tour, so it's not on the tour of the tours, it's more of a military outpost, I guess you could call it. It's right on the edge of the danger zone. I think they use it as like an observation post. Me waffling away about Fallsland Ledge, but we're pretty much here at Lints Tor. Isn't she beautiful? It's quite a walk to get out here, especially when you're going back and forth for the camera, but I think you'll all agree it's worth it. Look at this. And I tell you what, it's a lot bigger than it looks, isn't it? I've seen it from High Willays, seen it from Dinga Tor, but it doesn't look much taller than a person until you get up next to it, and then look at it. It's giant. And these views down into the valley down here, incredible. can see high willows right up on top there, Fordsley Ledge right on the edge of the valley. That must be Black Tor further down. And look there, right at the opposite end of the valley, you can see Shellstone Tor. It's amazing. I tell you what, that man walking up the side of the West Okement Valley there up towards Fordsley Ledge really gives you an idea of the scale of this place, because the camera, it doesn't do it justice. And I say it every time, but not only in terms of beauty does the camera not do this place justice, but just in terms of the sheer scale of it, the vastness, the remoteness. There's a couple more people for scale, and that's Black Tor Copse behind them. And look, when I zoom out, you can see just how vast this valley is. And this is just one tiny little corner of Dartmoor National Park. It's incredible. So it has been a while since I marked a tour off my Tour of the Tours, but I can officially say Lints Tor number 52, I've bagged it. Bagged it, mate. Completed it. And what an incredible tour it is. And you know what? It might be my new favourite. It's got that unusual rock outcropping right on the top, but it is actually quite kind of spaced out with a few different formations here, and the views are just second to none. I think Great Staple Tor is still right up there. I still think that's a very impressive tour in terms of the formations, but here today with these views, and even kind of looking out that way, following the West Okement River in the other direction, looking up towards Fir Tor, and you can see the North Hessery mast off in the background. Yeah, I'm sold. Right, I'm gonna have something to eat and I'm gonna get moving. Can't sit around here all day as much as I want to. Put my active jacket back on. You get cold when you're standing still, just having a bite to eat instead of hiking. It's been a really good jacket actually. I must have had this for about 5 years now. It's only about 25 quid I think from Mountain Warehouse. Then they call them hybrid jackets nowadays. It's got like this kind of downy almost protecting your core, but then the sleeves are just normal kind of stretchy fabric, and they are quite stretchy. I can't really show you easily. You don't get too hot like you would if it was kind of this downy material all over, but yeah, still keeps you warm enough, especially when you're moving as well. You don't want to be wearing too many layers unless it's really cold. Yeah, look, from up here at the top of Lints Tor you can really see the trails kind of heading down and heading off. They're much more visible from here than they were from Dinga Tor. And you can see the one we're going to follow going out to the left there, and it kind of peters out, but from that point you can just make your way up to the top of Dinga Tor. This is the deepest I've ever come into the moor. Probably try and say that again, shall we? This is the deepest I've ever been in Dartmoor. It wasn't any better the second time around, was it? But yeah, long old walk to get here, especially going back and forth for the camera and doing all the tripod shots and stuff, but I'm glad I did it this morning. I'm glad I've done it with better weather. I'm glad I brought you guys along with me. I'm back on the military road now. There's a bunch of vehicles up at Dinga Tor when I got there. Some of them said like 4x4 response on them and stuff, so I don't know if it's training exercises for them or if someone's lost or hurt out in Dartmoor, but I hope everyone's all right. It can be a wild and potentially dangerous place out here, so you do have to watch yourself, plan your routes, know what you're doing. Always tell someone where you're going as well, that's important. So I'm just following the military road now all the way back to the car. You don't need to see that, do you? So I'll sign off now. Thank you very much for joining me on this hike. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more. And maybe drop a comment down below where you think I should go next. But thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again soon for another adventure. Cheers.